Hello everybody, glad to see you in our platform CEO Hub. And today our guest is Leon Krykhtin. Leon, could you tell me please about yourself?
Yes, sure. I'm an architect, multidisciplinary designer, and new media artist. Also a founder and creative director of my studio LKDN. We are registered in London and Shanghai, and we are focusing on AI in terms of like education, like especially creative AI education, providing AI design services to brands and companies, and also providing just normal design services like architecture, interior design, but with the use of AI as well.
Okay. Um, can we say something about maybe your numbers or cool facts about your company to our viewers?
Yeah. Well, first of all, we worked with big brands throughout the history, like Bentley,
Okay.
the automotive brand, the Korean brand Samsung, uh, architecture companies like one of the top 10 is Zaha Architects and UN Studio. Pininfarina was one of our clients, which is Italian automotive design company. So yeah, so this is just some of the companies that we worked with.
Okay. Okay. How long you doing it?
How long?
Yeah. I mean, how long you in this field?
Well, in creative design services, well, we registered our company in 2020,
Okay.
so it's like over 4 years already.
Mhm.
So we are not like a startup company, but with that startup kind of mentality.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will get back to a story what happened before the 2020.
sure.
Yeah, but still about the numbers. You have a team, as I know. This is about how many people?
Yeah, we have a small team in Shanghai, around 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we work, so, how to say, it's, let's say, we work remotely with many people
Okay.
from around the world. We also have a Shanghai small team, and we are kind of in partnership. So it's an architect studio. So we work like two companies as one sometimes. Sometimes we do like separately our own
Mm-hmm.
projects, and some people like we have one person in Ukraine, one person in Barcelona, uh, in South Korea, and in Thailand. So like in those countries we have also one person, and also in London.
Okay.
In London, two people.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So your business is international business, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And what exactly your major in this field, in your business? What do you do?
You mean like my role in the company?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a founder and creative director. So whatever is, I started the company, and whatever is requiring my creative input, my creative direction of every project is my role.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, I also do business development for now, but actually it's not my strong point.
Okay.
So I would really be happy if someone join our team and take that role of business development, because this is something that, well, I would say creative direction and business development, this is like basically two people at least.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave your contact, so guys, if someone doing business development, right? So
Yeah.
you can contact.
Especially in
contact
creative industry.
Okay. Yeah. In short, we can say that now you have a business, a big team. This is 10 people. You work with
Mhm.
many famous brands, including car brands.
Well, not many, but some of them are
Okay,
famous.
some
Yeah.
some of them. Okay, including Bentley and Porsche as well, right?
No, Samsung.
Samsung.
Yeah.
Okay, Samsung. Yeah, Samsung is cool as well. Okay. Also, you're gonna be a speaker in an event in September,
Mhm.
where will be 10,000 visitors.
Mhm.
So, I think for our viewers is interesting question. How did you come to this point? Maybe you can say from the start, what did you do from your childhood to now?
Well, in the childhood, I finished art school.
Okay.
So throughout all my life, there was always art or any kind of creative activity was involved from my childhood, like from my like 7 years old. And after that, I had like a deviation to medical direction. I
Right.
graduated from medical college, but I realized this is definitely not my destiny, and I moved back to creative field and went to architecture. So I graduated from architecture university, and then my career of an architect started after this university.
Let's stop at this point.
Yeah.
In which year did you finish university?
Well, the bachelor I finished in 1999, but masters I finished in 2012. So I had like a big gap between my bachelor degree and my master degree.
Okay. You said that in 7 years, you already started doing some creativity. You tried.
Well,
yourself.
I was a part of art school
Yeah. Okay.
when I was 7 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
So like all like let's say all 10 years of my school, I was drawing, singing, playing instruments, playing theater,
Okay.
like acting in the theater, school theater. I mean,
Was your personal initiative to send you to this
no,
kind of?
it was my
by
parents'
parents.
initiative.
Okay. Why they decided to send you?
Because that school was like one of the best in the city, and also a friend of my aunt was teaching in that school, and she had a recommendation to my mother. So that's why my mother, according to those recommendations, like good feedback and a good name and reputation of that school, so she decided to give me to that school.
Okay. So I think we can stop on this point that parents influence on your business direction, right?
I wouldn't say like that, because eventually architecture was totally my choice. It was totally my decision, not influenced by anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's really connected with a school where you studied.
I would say yes and no, because when I was deciding who I want to be after school, even like after my medical college, because I had like a reload of my system after that, so I was still thinking like, what do I have to do? And I was starting my thinking from what I'm good at,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. Good.
So what can I do well? And I was thinking what I can do well is drawing. I can do well drawing. I can like do this kind of like creative visualization with pencil, with hand, you know, like things like that. And architecture is something that requires those skills. And it's not something creative, but it's not like an artist. So I decided, okay, I'm good at this, and I think architecture is a good application of my skills.
Okay. So and you already was involved in this sphere. You started in 7 years. You learned a bit. What did you do before between university and 7 years?
Well, I did medical college.
Okay. Yeah.
In between, as I said, like 2 years, and I even worked in a clinic, dental clinic.
Okay. Okay.
That was like a 2.5 years of wasted
It
time.
wasn't so creative, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like opposite to creative.
Okay.
So I realized it's not my destiny, and but again, before the university, I was also spent like 1 year of searching what I need to do and what I want to do.
Okay.
And after 1 year of thinking and trying different things, I ended up in architecture.
Okay. Yeah. You after that you went to university, and in which age you started your own business?
That was like very, very late, I would say. So I worked for companies, architecture companies, for many years, like maybe like 15 years or so, or 14 years. So after
Which profession?
Architect.
Architect.
Yeah, architect. I did. I was architect for like 15 years in top companies in the world, in some Russian companies, Chinese companies,
Okay.
UK companies, and then after that, after I learned about this business more or less well, I decided, okay, like this is enough for me of learning
Okay.
and getting experience. I need to start my own company.
But what is the key point when you decided, okay, now time is coming, I have to go to
Yeah,
entrepreneurship.
it's kind of like not related even to business, to be honest.
Right?
I think when I got my permanent residency as a UK resident, I realized, okay, now it's time to go and starting my own pathway.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, really. How to connect it with business.
Yeah, because actually when I was young and still like working for companies, my ultimate goal was always opening my own business, always having my own studio, like architecture studio, and working with clients, designing buildings, designing spaces. But it was always not a good timing to do that because, like for example, in architecture business, like in many other businesses, if you don't have clients, I thought this is how I thought. If you don't have at least one client, solid client that wants to work with you, don't start your business.
Yeah.
So and I was waiting until the moment when I'm ready to do that.
Okay. So when you started, you already have some clients.
Well, I had, but they were not like solid clients.
Okay.
I was just like, it was my kind of a leap of faith, as they call it,
Okay.
you know, and see what happens.
Okay. Interesting. But you said you got a work permit, you said, right? In UK.
No.
Or how it's called?
Like permanent. It's kind of like a permanent residency.
Permanent residence. So, but you got it, but you still can go to any job and find a job, right?
Not really, actually. Before that, you are very much like dependent on the company you work with. So basically, if you leave a company that you work with before, you have 1 month to find another job,
Okay.
and if you don't find, you're kicked out from the country.
Okay. But you can go to China and find a job here because you worked before, right? In China, like an employee.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So why you didn't go to China this time?
Well, I went to China.
I mean, didn't go to China this time and didn't find a job. You decided to start your own way, but not to find any another job opportunity in another country.
Yeah. I started my business in London.
Okay.
So I registered my business in London. That's where I was for the last many years. But then we decided with my family to move to Shanghai. So after that, we opened another office in Shanghai.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the sequence. So start from London and then we moved to Shanghai. We continued in Shanghai as well.
Okay. So I think I can finalize that environment in London make you entrepreneur because before you had the opportunity to work in company, you worked.
Yeah.
But when it's changed, you already decided, okay, but I still want to be in London, and you decided to start your entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's funny that it was early 2020,
Okay.
and it's just like the beginning of COVID.
Very nice time to start.
So like after I opened my company, the COVID hit the world, and everything is like stopped,
Okay.
like all the business activity kind of. So it was a hard start.
But probably most half of a business you can make online, and it really helps also to another businesses make it online. So does COVID boost you or?
It did actually.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it did, and during the COVID lockdown, I think we did more projects than without it.
It's true.
Without it,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so it actually in a way helped, although it was quite hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
When COVID is finished, how do you think Does game really changed or not really?
Does what?
Game, like market really changed?
Oh, absolutely. It changed a lot,
What
in
were
my
the key
opinion.
points?
Well, I think if we talk about, let's say, yeah, I think it's a global. I wouldn't say it's just in China, but I think after the COVID, people started kind of, there was like a wave of optimism
Mm-hmm.
in the
Okay.
business landscape, but then that landscape of optimism kind of cooled down because the global economy downturn started after the COVID, as you know, including China, and we are kind of all experiencing it right now. But it's not only China problem. I think it's overall. So I think the business opportunities shrinked,
Mm-hmm.
and right now clients, I notice they are not willing to invest into their future of development right now because uh, I feel like right now clients prefer to sit on their money and not to lose at least those money that they have.
Okay.
And the confidence about the future is kind of like of clients right now is less certain than it was before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I feel now, like when I deal with lots of clients, that they are just trying to at least maintain what they have and not to invest into development very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know a very nice phrase. It sounds like if a market is grow, but you still stay at one place, you are going down.
Mm-hmm.
But if market going down,
Mm-hmm.
you stay in one place, you are grow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you understand what I mean?
I guess, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe now we can say because of the crisis, market go down, but they try to maintain, and then if they will keep their position,
Mm-hmm.
this means that they will grow because
Yeah.
in other competitors they will go down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think I would say it depends on how agile you are and how flexible you are, and especially as a small company. And being a small company like us,
Mm-hmm.
I consider that we are very agile and flexible to a certain extent, and that's what helped to survive in
Mhm.
these kind of conditions like now, like business economic conditions.
Okay.
And if you're not, it's very difficult to adjust to changes of different business kind of fluctuations around the world.
Yeah. Let's come to discussion about especially Chinese market. You already worked in UK, in China, in Russia as well, right?
Ukraine.
Ukraine, you know,
Mhm.
Ukraine and Russia.
Mm.
So, and how do you think what the key difference between business in China, how people doing it here, and between Russia, Ukraine, and UK? What the key difference?
Well, yeah, I would say I never did in Ukraine business and Russia
But I
business
think you
by
saw
myself,
environment.
but I worked for company
Yeah, okay.
there. I would say it China and the Western world is quite different in terms of business because uh, in the Western countries, like for example UK, people prefer to plan more in advance and more thoroughly and properly.
Okay.
Like in Chinese business, it's a bit I would say a bit more chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe there are some pluses and minuses of both. I like planning
Mm-hmm.
in advance, but also a lot of things in Chinese business happening last minute.
Okay.
Like a lot of changes. And this is something like when you deal with Western business, people try to avoid last minute changes.
Mm-hmm. I fully feel it, like you say.
Okay.
And you said before that you started your company in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and you still keep like a startup mindset.
Yes.
Maybe we can say that Chinese companies, especially when we talk about this kind of relationship, maybe moments or situations, they keep still startup mindset, because in startup always changing, you try to test some hypothesis, right? So yeah, maybe they on this point, and it's also, let's say, help you to grow, I think, because in any moments you can just change it or test anything else, but when it's just sustainable business, you're planning, you like tank step by step you're going, but when it's startup you have to grow like this.
Yeah, and also in with Chinese clients, when you work with them, they tend to be going into more personal relationship with you first, and then do business.
Okay.
And that's what quite different, I think, with the Western business culture, is where everything is more formal and people try to avoid personal relationships in business because they try to separate these two. And in China, it's kind of all kind of like merged together, personal and business.
Before the business, you must have like maybe 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, you kind of
dinners.
need to become friend with client, even if you don't want it.
Okay. And how it influence on you? What is your reaction for this?
I think it's good to have a good relationship with clients, but you need to have a certain distance between you and the client, because when there's not enough distance, it starts playing against you.
Yeah.
So it's good to have good relationships, but there should be some distance always.
Okay. Balance, like always. This is the biggest one. Okay. What about challenges? I think their like rules is really different. What kind of challenges did you meet still you're growing your business here?
Challenges, I think one of the biggest challenges for me, that to accept that whatever people say to you in business doesn't mean that it's actually like that. And you shouldn't rely on what people say when they say to you, for example, they want to work with you, or they want to sign a contract with you. That doesn't mean that actually they mean it. Yes. And this is what kind of always for me challenge to grasp it here working in China, in Chinese business, because I always thought that when people say something in business, that means they mean it. But this is not the case in China. So this is something for me was always challenging to accept.
Can you give some short story about it?
Yeah, sure. For example,
No one, right?
I won't mention names of companies, but for example, I worked with one very famous company, automotive company, which has a representative in China. It's an Italian brand, but has a representative in China.
You didn't mention name, but we already know so many details.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
So when we had like several meetings with the client, and we were already discussing like details of how we cooperate and what my studio will do, what their company role will be, and what kind of products we will do, the design and things like that. And we were already like about to sign a contract, and they were about to send us a draft of a contract. But that never happened at the end.
They disappear?
Yeah, they just disappear.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and this is very typical. It happens, I would say, in many cases. When you deal with here with people, they just disappear just before you're about to sign contract with them.
Okay. Did you find any like tool how to solve it?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You just
No, my tool is just to just accept it and move on.
Okay.
For now.
Okay, but actually it have good influence on mindset, because you like skip emotion, go to
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other challenges? Maybe it's connected with any other Chinese culture, maybe anything.
Yeah. I think what's also typical here in China is that clients like to show off. And for example, they want to show off and make some event
Right.
and make some noise around certain, maybe I don't know, like they're launching new product, launching new business, launching something new, and they want to show off, but that's actually have no essence at the end because it's all kind of empty, and it's just to attract attention.
Okay.
But after that, nothing actually happens.
Mm.
So this is something also was for me challenging to accept that sometimes those events are happen just to show off and make a noise without any real kind of value following after.
Okay. Let me share my short story. I have a very nice example.
Similar.
Yeah, I think maybe if I got you right, when I started my community meetings, maybe some of you viewers don't know, we have a business community, and first meeting we met maybe 5 people. Next meeting doesn't happen because I just didn't see any reaction in the chat. We don't have so many people, and one guy from the group, I don't know how I met him. I think he's model agent or some like it's part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, you must have invite models to your meeting to show like you're doing good, you're doing great."
Female models or
No. Just in total, just
Okay.
like a model in the suit to show that they are businessmen and businesswomen. To show that you are doing great. Actually, I didn't have a really good mood in that time because my single meeting didn't happen. I have to figure out with it, so I full in it. I have also some hesitation because I was rejected from the market or something like that. So, and he talking me like that. It was 2 times. First he said, "Hey Zach," "Hey bro," and 3 points. And after that, "Hey bro, you have to invite models to your event to show that it's doing great." This is some kind of that.
Yes, it's similar, and a lot of cases. I will notice that, for example, Chinese clients want to see like Western faces in their events to show off that they are international and not just like a purely Chinese company business with dealing only with Chinese people, but they want to show like they are international and their partners are international, their clients are international, but in many cases it's just empty sound.
Go ahead. Okay, let's come to step by step come to AI topic because you're AI expert, we can say, right? Architecture and AI expert. Already we know, and I think our audience also know, so many tools like ChatGPT or Midjourney. I think there's 2 famous one. Everybody got know ChatGPT. And how do you think? What the coolest or maybe most efficiency tools really changing market right now?
Well, definitely ChatGPT and all kind of LLMs or large language models, as they call them.
Okay.
ChatGPT is also LLM, and definitely all LLMs are transforming a lot of things, including business. So that's, I think, one direction of AI. Another direction of AI is all the visual generation of like whatever, like videos, images, I don't know, just any visual material that is generated by AI. In China they call it AIGC. In West they call it Gen AI or generative AI. So these kind of 2 directions right now are very powerful, like the visual AI and LLM, right? But also there is another powerful AI part or direction that is developing is AI robotics, and right now some very big companies like Google, Tesla, and some other big player, OpenAI, big players on the market, they are all developing AI robotics right now.
Could you explain more a bit about AI robotics?
So basically, it's a independent robots,
Mhm.
like a physical robots that in many cases they have a kind of humanoid appearance. So they have
Okay.
the similar body to humans, but they also have a AI brain, like
Mhm.
independent brain, and they have this kind of capacity to surpass in certain activity of functionality than
Mhm.
humans, like for example the strength, speed, walking speed, like strength, like a physical strength,
Okay.
and things like that. For example, right now, AI robots are tested in construction, and kind of replace certain hard labor in construction,
Mhm.
and yeah.
Okay. But what the direction of this robotics? What they usually do?
Well, there are many directions. Like, for example, even Amazon is, as you know, they automated a lot of things with robotics, like
Mhm.
even delivery.
Mhm.
In certain areas, they deliver with robots.
Yeah, you mean by drones or by people?
No, no, by robots.
By
By robots.
okay, robots. They look like people.
Like no, no, no. Like in Amazon case, they look like animals.
Okay, okay, yeah, I saw it. And
Yeah.
even
In military as well. Military right
Okay.
now, they also use kind of robotic animals,
Mhm.
which I think America is working very, yeah,
Okay.
on that.
I even heard that in Shenzhen already some robots delivering food by Meituan. Did you see that? No.
No,
I
I
saw the
haven't.
video
I haven't.
from my friends, so I think it's true. But now in Shanghai we don't have.
Yeah, one of the
such-
most, I think the most advanced robotic company that also uses AI is Boston Dynamics
Mhm.
in US. I think this is
Okay.
one of the most advanced robots I have ever seen.
Okay.
And they also collaborate with military.
So you said that one the game changing how to say uh, tool which changed the game is ChatGPT and LLM.
Mm-hmm.
LLM is the same. Uh, maybe could you say what we can do with this tool, but maybe not simple example.
Mm-hmm.
Why it's changed game?
Yeah, I think what like for example, people before, let's say, for example, you need a lawyer, yeah,
Mhm.
and you need to consult with lawyer, or you need to consult with a doctor, or you need to consult with someone else about certain kind of a niche,
Mhm.
You go to a lawyer, you go to a doctor, you go to another specialist to consult, yeah,
Okay.
to get advice. So now, what is, I think, revolutionizing all of these services is that you can do that just by
From your seat.
from communicating with AI.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, uploading picture of your, let's say, skin and asking ChatGPT what a problem I have on my skin, or it's just an example, yeah. Or you want to write a contract with a client, yeah, and instead of going to a lawyer and ask him to write a contract for you,
Mhm.
you go into ChatGPT to write a contract,
Yeah.
And this is just like some very, very simple examples, but it's transforming business a lot.
I think that to ideal point, it's also still it takes time because when I ask him something about like Chinese laws, sometimes it's giving wrong answers, and you also have to check by like
Mhm.
what kind of resources did you use.
Yeah, but it's a matter of time until, and quite short time, I would
Mhm.
say, until this data output will be more precise.
Okay, let's talk about AI for illustration because this is your major, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, major for the workshop that we will be doing. Yeah.
okay, yeah. Let's talk. Let's maybe I mentioned that we want to help to some, or how AI can help to some small entrepreneur. For example, he doing trading.
Mm-hmm.
He just have a clients with whom he work like personal. He have some factories. What he can do is illustration, how it can help to him business.
I think in any case, I think we always do some presentations for clients, yeah, like about our product, about services, about our company, and AI can help actually to make those presentations in a much more visually appealing way. That's just to just use the visual part of AI. So you can do all your marketing materials, or most of them, let's say not all, but maybe many of them, social posts, you know, publication materials, presentation materials, using, I don't know, 70% of the content can be used
by AI.
Yeah.
We talk about Midjourney exactly, or any other tool?
Well, all the kind of similar tools like Midjourney, for example, yeah, and ChatGPT.
Okay.
Yeah, like there is a Stable Diffusion is another kind of competitor of Midjourney, which has also its own power and its own functionalities. And right now, I would say all the major visual AI generations is kind of like a two let's say companies. It's either Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, and everything else is just like a wrapping kind of envelope around them, like with either different UI or different functions or different workflow, but in essence it's all the same.
Okay. Why I asked exactly about the trading? Because I like a community founder. I know that it's about 10 or 15%. This is what kind of business people do. It's the trading between countries. So, and mostly they don't do something like social networks. They just talking personally. I even not sure that they use some presentation to show. They usually talk about prices, about quality, something like that. How AI can help them in this field? Maybe not only illustration, also maybe ChatGPT. How they can
Well,
use?
for example, every business has a social media, right?
They have WeChat and they post in WeChat moments, I'm sure.
Yeah, like either it's WeChat or Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or like Weibo. Yeah, almost every business, I would say, has a social media.
Usually traders, small traders who just have clients, factories, they just connect them. They don't have this kind of like Instagram or Facebook. They just not attract audience by this. They just maybe some word of mouth advertisement, yeah, like that.
Okay.
But they still communicate. They still communication with potential buyers.
Sure, but I think word of mouth in any business has a limit.
It's true.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, your word of mouth is kind of your close network is finished, and then you need to go beyond your reach, your close circle reach, which means like either Google advertisement or social media advertisement or doing events, which basically involves going beyond your close circle of your audience. And that will mean that you will need to show something, present something, post something about your work, something that attracts. And that's where AI can be used.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like business owners who didn't invest in marketing before, they now have a problem with clients, but who invested before, they just keep going, keep growing. Okay, so AI can make a post, and I also know that I think many viewers also know that AI can help with videos. What is the level now of this kind of content? Let me clarify that.
Okay.
If we talk about some small entrepreneurs who can do it by themselves to promote, like by Instagram Reels or maybe TikTok videos, what they can do by AI?
Well, they can post like short reels,
Okay.
for example, which is very, very popular right now format on social media, right? Like short videos and about their like business, about their product or service. And they can post like a photography of their business related objects or things. I don't know if it's like for example beauty products or cosmetics, for example. It's of course it's their products, right? Or if it's like a fashion It's like a model and their clothing and so on and so forth. So all of these require like hosting a lot of social posts, yeah. And the more you do that, the more you attract people. And everyone knows that algorithm works this way. The more you post, the more you create audience.
How we can use AI in this?
Well, for example, if we talk about photography, yeah, you need to do photo session for your product, yeah,
Okay.
or for your.
It's exactly about e-commerce.
Yeah, photo session, yeah. Usually it involves a big team, sometimes up to 40 people, right? Like either it's like automotive or fashion or product, anything.
Yeah.
It's like requiring creative director, it's requiring like photographers, videographers, it requires a studio to rent and so many more people.
Yeah.
So all of these can shrink to literally like a couple of people.
Yeah.
That can
who just work in
yeah,
front
who
of
can know
computer.
very well how to use AI,
Mhm.
who have a very good eye for aesthetics and visual,
Mhm.
and they can do it with AI faster,
Mhm.
with less expenses, and the result will be not far from the traditional result, the traditional workflow.
Okay.
That's just one of the examples.
If we will talk about expenses for business in this field, what the difference? For example, let's talk not about some big business, about maybe some trader, but he's or maybe okay, I have a good example in my mind. I just have a friend who doing a furniture business, and she don't have so big team, maybe 3-4 person. She's selling to American Europe, and what she can do with her furniture. And she still needs photo session, videos, something like that.
Sure. First of all, for example, every business sooner or later need to create a new product series, right? You cannot always sell the same thing like over years, right? You need to create new products, new product lines, collections, and so on to make your audience surprised, attract more people, to buy your product.
Sorry, I went the wrong way. I want to talk about expenses.
Okay.
My question wasn't so right.
That's okay.
So, she have two ways. First, she can organize some kind of photography, and it will cost like this. They have to hire camera person, have to find a studio, some person who will take this furniture and
video editor.
and
so on.
So, what is the difference in the budget between she will create this, for example, videos by AI and by team?
I would say the difference may vary, but I would say maybe 5 to 10 times difference.
Okay. If you talk about exact money, I don't know. For example, they need just a TV commercial video in 1 minute about functionality of sofa because it has something like that, like that. How much it can cost in 2 ways first, or maybe I will say how much it can cost if you organize photo shooting, and you will say how much.
I would say, for example, like compared to AI video of 1 minute can cost like 50,000 RMB or maybe more.
Okay.
Whereas like the traditional video advertisement can cost 300,000, 500,000.
Okay.
So.
But I still think that if you talk about not that big business, 50,000 can cost like it's not bad. If she will if her business not so big, and she will just arrange maybe 4 person who will do photo shooting, editing, something like that, it will much cheaper. I think that 50,000 finally. But because I think, for example, if you talk about Bentley, for sure they have so big budget and they not agree on like some not ideal video. It have to be ideal in any way. Just the light, the small details, anything have to be ideal. So if you compare in this here, for sure it will 300,000 and 50,000 in your way. But if you talk about small entrepreneurs, like maybe they have income, I don't know, or maybe revenue, yeah, $100,000 per year,
Mm-hmm.
how they can make their expenses shortly less.
Yeah, for example, they can make small things, but for example, releasing them more often. Yeah, small things, for example, small advertisement kind of bits. Uh, like for example, either like short reels, let's
Mhm.
say 15-second reels.
Yeah.
They may not be so expensive like a 1 minute video, right?
Mhm.
And also like not short, but just like photo posts, you know, like
Okay.
posts of images and posts of their photos of their products with using AI. So this also doesn't take so much expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So like doing small things but more often
Mm-hmm.
really works as well. Not necessarily you need to do like a big more expensive work.
Okay. Just entrepreneur by himself can do it, or he must have some.
No, I would say you always need a person who actually have a good understanding of design, composition, you know, good understanding of aesthetics, color combination, you know, all the kind of storytelling. So I wouldn't say that entrepreneur should do that because that just takes away a lot of time from him from doing
it's
the
the
business.
way of the master.
Yeah. So I would say even if you have a small company, just hire a studio or like a small team who is good at it and who can deliver it instead of doing it by yourself, because eventually it will take a lot of time from you just to be updated constantly about AI, because just that takes a lot of time to know everything what's happening, and because it's changing literally like almost every day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Small pause.
To digest.
Huh?
To digest.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk a bit also about Midjourney. I think the simplest tool about the like illustrating of for a business. If I have a product, can I make an imaging of my product by myself, or it's still complicated and I should find someone?
I think I would always still recommend to do the best what you are at. So if
Okay.
you're not good at it, and if it's not your destiny,
Okay.
don't do that.
Okay.
Leave a person who is very good at it and have done it for many times and have experience, to leave that person or studio to do that, because if you are never been educated in, I'm not even talking about AI, but like how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, you know, those
It's
kind of
complicated actually.
InDesign.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you never done it, better to give to someone who is good at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I tried Midjourney by myself to my product because I had watch brand, and I tried to make watches with my branding, and it didn't happen. Do you use exactly Midjourney as well for creation content,
Yeah.
or you just use? Okay, so how does it possible to make what you have to say to prompt to write your brand in the picture? Because I tried many ways. I tried to find it in Google and YouTube. I didn't find anything. He always did some mistakes. My name brand Protego. He can change last 3 letters and that's all.
Yeah, so I think there's always a tool for something in AI. Like for example, one tool is good for visualizing overall atmosphere, like a product and things, and one tool may be good at editing, like little editing and little mistakes. It's also AI tool. Like for example, Photoshop AI has a very good function for editing with AI. Certain mistakes, like some writing some letters in the right way, you know. So actually, you end up not only with one tool, but with a whole set of, you know, AI tools to do certain things. For example, video, like text, image generation, maybe logo creation, and every tool is, there's no like a perfect tool for everything.
Okay.
You need to write. You need to choose which one is good at something.
Actually, this is a cool insight about AI. I didn't think it before that.
Mm.
You must have like a keyboard, and every button is an AI, and you have to.
Yeah,
but we always try
exactly.
to find one.
Yeah,
best.
exactly. But there's no best at everything. There's always like this is best for this is bad for that, this is best for this, and you just like kind of playing on the piano and pressing different buttons.
Try to make your best song.
Using using each button is a certain AI tool.
Okay, fine. Let's come to the future. What are the trends in this niche? What do you think? Especially maybe we can talk about content. Content.
Could
with
you
AI.
repeat it, please?
What the trends are about AI content?
The trend of AI content.
Yeah. For example, we already talked with you when we met. We talked about digital avatars.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So companies try to, how to say, integrate avatars to not bond it.
Yeah,
to
it's
some
quite
real person.
popular these days. Yeah. Yeah, some companies do that, and I recently even met a company who does concert event organizations in
Okay.
China, and they are having their own several avatars that they created by themselves using AI. So they are kind of like their ambassadors, like kind of company ambassadors. So digital avatars that they use for social media to talk to audience, not like a live talk, but kind of like a present something like
How
that.
it looks like a screen online talking or
Yeah, like online, but it's actually a 3D avatar.
Okay,
So
so
it
really
has a human body, it has a human appearance, like everything looks like almost like a real human, but it's not a real human, and it also has a AI brain, let's call it, but actually behind it in most cases is ChatGPT, but it's just like a connect to that avatar. So whenever you talk to that 3D avatar, it uses ChatGPT on the background.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like already becoming a big trend to use as a representative of your brand or your company a 3D AI avatar. Or sometimes it's not even 3D. It's just like a 2D.
Okay.
But it looks like real, and sometimes you cannot even tell that it's not a real person.
I think that it's like born in another new department in the company who will work on the creation personal, like this digital avatar, because it takes so much time.
It does.
You
Yeah.
have to edit to this picture, to the advertisement. I think any movement, it's something like IT programming, no?
Well, I wouldn't say that because, for example, if we're talking about like 2D avatars, like Hedra, for example, company or HeyGen,
Okay.
they are not using 3D at all. Like it's all 2D generated, like
Okay.
a video generated with a real human. I mean, like not real, but it looks like real, with a certain speech that he talks, right? Whatever you want, but all the gestures, everything is totally natural, but it's a non-existent human. And there's a technology like that, like HeyGen, like Hedra, and some number of other companies do that.
Okay. But you talked that it's possible to make it in 3D, and
Yeah, that's just another technology. It's called MetaHuman.
did you do something like that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I even like.
How to make it in short, if it's possible?
I
to
even
say
have my own 3D avatar.
your own. You mean your own face?
Like
that?
yeah,
Okay.
it literally looks like me.
Okay.
So it's a MetaHuman technology. So it's you have to 3D scan your appearance, your face mostly.
Okay.
Sometimes the whole body.
No,
It's up to you, like, and so basically quite often if it's like you want to do it professionally, you are put into a dome.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a frame, metal frame with like many cameras shooting at you all at the same time and creating a digital scan of you.
Okay.
And then it's used to create, based on that, your avatar, like 3D avatar with your face, with your hair, with all the details of your imperfections of your skin and everything. Of course, if you want to maintain it, it can be all edited as well. And then it can be connected to something similar to ChatGPT, so that it can have a kind of let's say communication function with you.
It's really cool.
And voice.
Yeah.
On top of that. And the voice, of course, you can do either you can train the model on your voice, so it will be your voice, okay, or you can create any voice with AI and it will talk with that English accent, American accent, Japanese accent, whatever you want.
I just imagine that you can attend the events by your AI if you talk about webinars or maybe some online calls, and after the meeting I have give you like short points about the meeting, and you didn't spend time on the attending, but you already got all what you need.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you can do like that, but I know that some bloggers online, they use, instead of their appearance, they use appearance of their avatar.
Okay, yeah. So and they only use appearance of avatars, or they did before their own appearance and change it.
I don't know, but I know that it's becoming quite popular. It's like using avatar for blogging.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I think it's really cool for business, because when you do something with your personal brand, you can't sell it. It's hard to sell. Otherwise, you have work with audience and show new person. But if it's just some digital avatars, you still can sell it to anybody else.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah. I know there is studios like that. They work with avatar. It's kind of, avatar is their business. You're creating avatars for companies and brands. So like they create for businesses avatars, and then they help to maintain it and kind of like change something, update, upgrade, and things like that.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, okay. There are like a whole bunch of companies like that.
So avatars is clear. Do you see any other trends in this field? If you talk about content creation by AI.
Well, there is a big trend is music industry.
Okay.
Right, and film industry. I would say. So these two industries are transforming now, and in some way, even if you heard like the Hollywood strike was like one or so years ago.
I'm not sure that I heard, but okay.
Well, it was very big, globally known kind of issue. Like Hollywood employees, they went on strike against using AI in film production.
Okay.
So because they saw the threat to their career, to their job, to their basically what brings bread to their family, that AI will replace them eventually. And this is like a very serious thing, because film industry is going through some changes right now. As you saw, maybe I don't know if you saw the last Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. The last one, maybe not.
So the last one was using Harrison Ford, the actor Harrison Ford, augmented with AI. His appearance was augmented with AI, as if he was like 35 years old.
But why they did it? Because they can't do something, or?
Because Harrison Ford is very old. He's looking very old right now. But they wanted him to look like still that Harrison Ford, like 30 years ago, Indiana Jones. Okay. So eventually, Harrison Ford played himself like real Harrison Ford, but his appearance was changed by AI.
Mm-hmm.
Like in particular his age.
Okay.
So what we are talking here is this is just the beginning. Yeah. Right now, there may be some changes that actors in movies that we see are no longer real people.
Mm-hmm.
So they are AI generated actors.
It's real cool if you finish watching some film and in the end we will know it. They will say, so this was AI film. It's already
Yeah.
surprising us. Okay.
But special effects, as you know, well, I would say special effects are already using AI in Hollywood.
Okay.
And not only Hollywood, but other movies.
Actually, I think also it's good news because so many cool actors exist which we really like. Like for example, for me, Sylvester Stallone.
Mm-hmm.
He became an older, so but he can become young and get back to this industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, what they can do, and I think there are some conversations already happening about IP,
I think, yeah.
IP of actors, so that they can use the IP of real actors using AI.
That's incredible. Actually, it's like.
So you can
be
sign,
alive forever.
being a famous actor, you can sign a contract,
Yeah.
so that they use your identity with AI, maintaining your like young age, your appearance that you had like maybe in 20, 30 years.
Okay. How it can influence? I mean the direction of movie creation by AI. How it can influence in the business?
Movie creation with AI, for example, you can make AI advertisement videos with AI.
Okay.
Yeah, not involving, I would say, any real object in the video, or maybe minimum of objects. Like I know, like literally, I met right now a beauty brand representative. Like it's a Korean beauty brand. So they use a 3D model of the real object, and which they trained AI to produce images and videos of that product without using real shooting of the product. So every time they generate videos or images for their next advertisement shot or post, they use this trained model without distorting the actual image of the product.
Okay. Quick fire round.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what is it?
Not sure.
It's like a blitz.
Mm-hmm.
Blitz round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it fine? Clear?
Okay.
Go ahead. Away or result? Away or result?
Maybe result.
Why?
Well, I think it's good that you focus on process, but at the end of the day, people want the result. They don't care about your process, how you got there.
Okay. Way of the master, like master is like professional,
Mm-hmm.
or entrepreneur.
Maybe way of a master.
Why?
Well, it's good to be master, at least in my industry, of something and be well known for it. But if you're well known to be a good entrepreneur, at least in my industry, it doesn't attract anyone.
Okay.
When you're a master of your thing, that's what attracts people in industry like architecture, design, or art.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mid journey or employee for the same price.
I don't think it's comparable.
But
If you ask me mid-journey or stable diffusion, I would maybe answer easier.
Okay.
I don't think it's incomparable. It's just like it's different things. You still cannot compare like that way.
But if this employee is like a designer or illustrator.
I would say like this. If that employee, illustrator, or designer who uses AI well, I would choose that person.
Okay. Okay. Taobao or offline store?
None of them.
Why?
Because
which one then?
because I don't use any of them.
Okay, which one then? How would you buy anything?
Well, I would say my wife is responsible for Taobao.
Okay, fine.
So I don't use any. I don't do any Taobao.
Okay, fine. That's all. Dear viewers, I hope you enjoyed. Me too. Our guest was Leon Krykhtin. So thank you so much, Leon.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck.